I'm married. I've been married for a couple of years now. When I met my wife, we neither one of us had been married before, which is great. Neither one of us had kids. But we decided about a year ago, we said, we want to find out if we can have kids. We weren't sure. So we decided to go get tested. So we went down to one of those spermatoriums and to give some samples. So we get down there and we're sitting with the doctor. Now, you women have it way rougher than men in life. They told her all the tests she had to go through to check all the body parts to make sure she can carry a child. And it's easy for men because all we have to do is fill the cup, see if the guys are good swimmers, and we're fucking in. So I'm sitting with my wife and I'm very excited for two reasons. One, I want to find out if I can be a dad. And two, someone just told me, they gave me permission to go jerk off in their closet on a Tuesday, so pretty excited that day. So I take my little cup and I go down the hallway and I get to my room. Now I don't know if any of you guys have ever done this test before. Let me kind of walk you through. You walk into the room and it's very standard to start off. There's a sink and a toilet and then there's a little shelving unit with some DVDs and a TV and some dirty magazines. And then over here is the chair. The big black leather reclining chair that fucking thousands of men have jerked off on. And I am going to go sit in this chair. Now you would say to yourself, this is a medical building, must be sanitized. Let me show you the sanitation they used on this. I took a picture of it. Come on, because people go, comedians, you guys just make shit up. No, I fucking don't. Their idea of sanitation was a urine pad for dogs. And he said, yep, that's clean, sir. Go ahead and sit down and make your child. So I sit down in the chair, and I'm looking in front of me. Hold on, I'm going to steal a chair. I'm going to pretend you guys are in there with me. Don't worry, it won't get too creepy. All right, so I'm sitting inside the room. I got the table in front of me. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to grab a dirty magazine. When was the last time I read a magazine? It's all online. So I said, I go to reach for the magazines, but I stopped short, and I go, wait a minute. What if I pull on one of the magazines and they're all stuck together? So no. So I said, you know what? Instead, I'm going to watch a DVD. I'm going to put on a dirty movie. That'll get me in the mood. So I look at the selection and I go, fuck, I have seen all of these and I hate reruns. So no to that. So I said, screw it. I'm a dirty old man. I can get there on my own. So I sit there and fast forward. I'm at the end and I'm ready to deliver my samples. So I'm in prep mode. I got the cup in one hand and the microphone in the other. Now, I'm in a recliner. You need the full visual. I'm in a recliner. Now, the question is, how do I put the sample in the cup? Well, the intelligent male would probably put his feet down, lean into it, deliver the sample. That's what the smart guy would do. Not this asshole. I said, Mike, you are in a reclined position. Your penis is aiming north. If you were to take the cup, tilt it and set it on your chest, you could probably catch it on the way out. In case you're wondering how the story ends, you can't fucking catch it on the way out. So now, some of the kids in the cup, some of the kids on my shirt. I close the cap, I put the sample in the door, and I leave. We go back about a week later for the results. They said, Mrs. Katrovas, you are totally set. If you choose to have a child, you can carry. I said, great, what about me? They said, well, the good news, you had 30 million sperm in your sample. I go, wow, imagine if I caught all of it. She said, the bad news is 70% of your sperm are fine, 30% have now morphed. Yep, you're looking at me the same way I looked at the doctor. I go, great, they're going to have superpowers and shit? That's fucking awesome. Doctor said, no, you idiot. What that means is, if one of the 30% were to attach, there could be a disability, a deformity, something could go wrong. So I go like this, I thought, can you, as the doctor, go into the cup, fish around for the good ones, shove those in my wife. Well, apparently you can because my son is 4 months old. Yeah. 48, what a fucking kid. It was good planning on my part. But I said to myself, look, this 9 months of pregnancy shouldn't be too scary for me because I'm in my 40s. Like, what could possibly shock me that I haven't heard about or seen? Fucking everything shocked me. Now, it started out pretty normal. We go in for the testing. She'd go in for the ultrasounds, and I'd seen that before. Look at the jelly in the camera, and you see the picture. And then we went to another appointment. They said, we're going to do that, but now we want to get a closer look. Then we're going to go into your wife with a scope. First of all I heard was, we're going to go in your wife. That creeped me out. They said, we're going to take this scope and go in and get a little closer look at what's going on. Now, in my head, I go, well, the vagina is a very sensitive thing. So the camera, the scope, must be very small and very gentle to go inside there. No. It's a Little League baseball bat they're about to shove into my wife's vagina. Now, I'm standing by, some of the women are going, been there, yeah. So I'm standing there beside her, because I have to be there for the experience, and the doctor takes this bat and shoves it in. Now, that's not the weird part. The weird part is, she didn't even flinch. I said, I am obviously doing no fucking damage in the bedroom, you lying bitch. Oh, honey, you're so big. Fuck you. No, I'm not, apparently. Fast forward, we're a couple of months away from birth. We decide we have to go to birthing class because we have to learn how to give birth. This doesn't come natural. So we go to class, there's 20 of us in there, 10 couples. Everyone's average age around 25, we're in our 40s. So I'm already feeling awkward. At the front of our class, the 55-year-old tree-hugging hippie bitch on her flying carpet who's going to tell us how to connect. Going to tell us how you guys are going to become connected. Because to have birth, you give birth, you have to be one. You have to be connected as one. If you're not one, you can't make one without the two of you being one. Go fuck yourself. So we're going through the class, and I'm learning absolutely nothing because there's not much I can do except for stand there going, fucking yay, good job for you. Then she tells me the worst advice I've ever heard from a doctor. She said in her absolute douchey voice, she said, gentlemen, when your wife is having a contraction, there's a lot of pain. You need to be by her side. And when that pain hits, you turn and you face your partner. And you say, honey, relax. Thought she was kidding. I go, you shitting me? My wife would pull off my testicles and feed them to me if that happened. So now we're getting really close. Now, because my wife is over 40, they don't want her to go past her due date. They said, if we do not reach a certain point, we are going to induce. She said, but if you guys can try all the little tricks to try to give birth beforehand, that'll be great. So we do the things. We eat the spicy food, the long walks, the bumpy car rides. We do the big one. What do? We have sex. So my wife goes, we're going to have sex right now, which normally on any other given day I would go fucking so, but no, because I'm looking at my wife, not because she didn't look beautiful, but she's got a beach ball, and I go, how do I get in? Because that's just, it's in the fucking way. Do I go in from the side? Do I come underneath? And she goes, stop. Lay on your back like you fucking normally do, I'll do the rest. So I lay on my back. Hold on, you guys can be there with us. I lay on my back. My wife climbs on top. Now at this point in the lovemaking, where should I be looking? Directly up at my wife. Her head is up here. I should be staring into her beautiful eyes while we make love, but I can't look there. Why? Because all I can see is my fucking kid right here in front of me. Now I'm staring at him as my wife begins to go up and down to start the sexual motion. And as she gets faster, all I can see is my kid going, wee daddy, wee daddy. So it didn't work. So we have to go in for the induction. We go in for the night before the induction, we have to go in for the cervical ripening. Yep, that's a phrase. And I said, I'm going to try not to sound like an idiot. Let me see if I can figure out what that might mean. I'm a smart man. Let me think about it. It's got to be, cervix has to be ripe. When I get an avocado, and that's not right, I have to put it in a paper bag. And that, I don't think I can put a vagina in a paper bag, so fucking them out. So they told us they just fed some fluid to lube the shit. I don't know what happens. So we make it the first night. The next morning, they hook up the stuff for the induction. They hook up the epidural in the back. My wife is all fucking wired up for 48 hours. Yeah. And I stayed by her side. In that uncomfortable recliner they give the men, that it's like being in an airplane. They go, no, when it's time to go to sleep, you just fucking lean back. Oh, wonderful. And by the second morning, I said the dumbest thing possible. I looked at my wife and I go, wow, I am so uncomfortable right now.